Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Love you guys. Thanks for coming on over to see what's going on in my craft room today. The freebie that I have for you today is this, and it is basically a template for you to make your own stencils. So I'm giving away stencil templates today, and what we're going to do with these stencils is a little bit of, I'm going to show you how I cut them out. So you will need a tool for this. You're going to need some sort of an exacto knife, probably. I do have a set. When I bought this when I started making stamps ages ago, but you know, this is one of those things that you can keep forever. So it's like an investment, and in it are all kinds of different blades. Truth be told, I only use like 2 or 3 of them, and I usually I use this one the most, this tip the most, especially when I'm doing fussy cutting of magazine images or stuff like this too. But I do have this one, and it's nice and sharp, and it's very normal. It's very regular. You can get it anywhere. I have lots of exacto blades, honestly. It's crazy. I have this one, but I wouldn't recommend this one for this type of thing, just because you need a really sharp, fine tip for this. So you don't want, because you don't want to tear the plastic. I have this one as well. This one might actually work too. So it's a nice sharp blade. So these are basic things I got at Walmart. I think this one, I don't know, this one's just been hanging around my stash since, I have no idea. I don't even know. Just a long time. So I have these things. And what I thought, when you print these out, so this is the actual I used black paint on this. This is how it printed out, but my black ink is starting to fade. So, but this doesn't matter how it comes out. I mean, your printer could be almost out of ink completely, but that part doesn't matter. You could print it out on a piece of plain paper and then use whatever piece of acetate plastic. You could use an old, this is like a file folder type of thing. No, this was actually on my, came in my, the gel plate. This was my gel plate cover, and I took it off because it's got this crease in it, but totally could use this because it's nice and sturdy. And yeah, this is from a divider, like something like this. And these are nice and thick too. These would work to cut on. Also, I thought, well, what if you just print it out on a piece of cardstock and then just cut out from that? I mean, that would work as well. I don't know how it would stand the test of time because you have wet materials on it, like wet paint on it. So I don't know how the edges would last, but this is a nice sturdy cardstock. I thought I'd print it on there and see how that would work as well. But from that, all you do is just cut it out. And if you have any kind of a self-healing mat, but if you don't, use like a telephone book or a book you don't care about. Where is my hair? I'm going to use this mat. And see, for the face is my favorite here. So if I'm going to do the face, I'm going to come down and zoom you down here. And I'm going to just trim all of the black out. That's all I'm going to do with this. Just trim out all of the black. Let's keep you in frame, shall we? And I've seen those cutters that are just, you put them on your finger, and it's just this little thing. It's just the coolest. It's cool. I don't have one, obviously, or I'd be using that. But this mouth is a little tricky, so you might want to go out a little farther because we're going to cut it to about there, not quite covering the whole thing. Otherwise, it'll make it kind of a mess. So I'll trim it that way. And all you're doing is cutting out the black part. And if you mess it up a little bit, who cares? It's still going to be a cool stencil. And it'll be unique. So let's see. Gotta be careful because I want the mouth part here needs to be connected. So gently remove. So you've got this little tiny flap right here. So that, just be really super careful when you are doing your dabbing or your using your paintbrush or whatever, however you're using your sponge, maybe to do the stencil part. So a little bit of nose doodad there. You know, I see all these wonderful stencils from Dina Wakely or Dinah, however you pronounce it. I've heard it both ways. But the face ones just are so cool to me. And I thought, I want to make my own. I just want to try it just to see. And I've done stamping types of stencils. Let's do the eye here. With that cheap dollar store foam. But I like how this one turned out too, though. So it's just fun to have faces in your stash of stencils. Stencils or stamps. And having a variety. And to be able to make your own, that's even better. That's better. The eye is quite tricky. I won't kid you there. But just take your time and go through it very carefully as you are creating the eye here, especially. Just being gentle. Just making sure you get, you know, rounded. You fill it in with the marks you want and just make it your own as well. Did I do that section already? Yes. Okay. Going up. All right, so this whole section should come out as one piece. Let's turn it over and see how the cutting is. Okay, that works. Looks like I need to make this a little bit better. Have you guys ever made your own stencils? There's several people on YouTube that do this. Make their own. And then I see too, I see how it could, I've kind of damaged it a smidge already, right here. So being on paper might not be a great idea. It'll get you a few runs, that's for sure. But I don't know, maybe if you Mod Podge it to make it more sturdy, is that a possibility? But no, every time that you use it, it will get activated by liquid, so maybe not. So I think plastic's probably gonna be your best bet. But if you don't have anything like that, you know, if a lot of the stuff that I find for office supply are, you know, like at Goodwill or something too. But if you don't have a Goodwill or it doesn't have a great office supply section, then, you know, piece of cardstock. There's got to be some other ideas too I'm not thinking of, but that you can use. And what I like about this stencil too is, I keep you in front, the eyes are so different. They don't really look like eyes necessarily, but they're like the idea of an eye. And I just went with it. I just threw away perfection. I thought, nope, I'm just gonna do it as is. And I really like the results. So I won't cut all of these, obviously, because I already have them. But I'm just showing you one way that you could do it. And what it looks like once you do cut it. So how's that? That's awesome. Okay, and then you got these little pieces that you can throw away. Yes, to the bin, or make a. Do you want to just use them to do something else with? I don't know. Is that too much? And then for me, I'm gonna just trim this out of here and give it a nice decent border. So stencil. Now let's see if it works on anything. I've got this mat underneath me right here. I've got black and this. Not any paint right now, but here we go. Let's see how it turns out with just black ink. I know it works really good with black paint. Okay. There's your face. In your face, and then you turn it around if you want a mirror image. But you have to be really careful about these little tiny things that, like the mouth. Okay. Mirror image. Ooh, face off. Kind of looks like those masks from theater. So that is one option. One option for these on cardstock. So you know how to cut them out. Just go around the black. Just make all of the black sections your cutouts. And you end up with these kind of stencils. So that's that one. And for this one, and actually this particular thing here is I got the whole thing. I used it on something and I turned up with this thing, and then I turn it over and it's the negative of it. So you have the negatives of them. This one has a stencil and the negative. So you could go around it this way, but you have to be pretty gentle. I just used it was one of these page protector things. Not page protector, dividers. So it's kind of flimsy. I will give you that. So if you can find a thicker one, that would probably be a better idea. But I'm going to use some of these, and we're going to play just a smidge to show what we can do with them. So I have an old dictionary here that I have got some pages. Cheers. And obviously it's so cool. This page, it stinks. It has this old musty smell in it. But I put some stuff on these pages already. I'm going to use some of my, nope, side to side. My metallics. I've got these cute little basics, Liquitex Basics metallics. I thought I'd just kind of play with those a little bit with these. And a smudge, just to see. Take that page out. Why don't I, huh? Why don't I? Yeah, I was just playing with some napkins once upon a time. And then all of a sudden, you've got some fodder. I'm going to need more paint, I think. And it's always good to have a supply of fodder around. Agreed? Ooh, this is copper. I like dubbing. I need more paint even than that. There. Ooh, that's going to be kind of good. Now, seeing how it's flipping up on here, on this one edge here, this side, so I'm not holding it down. If I used a stronger, oh, that's fun. That is fun. And then you can come back with a black pen or a white pen and go through that and make it more defined. Oh, that's so cool. And then is this going to do anything? There's a piece of paper. I can smush it down here and see if I get a print off of that. Yeah, a little bit. Got a little bit. Hey, it's right on her head. Looks like a crown. Then I'm going to tear it out of here. That is cool. And then all of a sudden I've got something fun I can add to a art journal page. All of a sudden there's something to add. Does that fit in my Imagine book? Oh, let's see. Trim it a little smaller. Big page, any page. Ooh, right there. How's that? Oh, all of a sudden there's a fly in here from somewhere. What? What in the world? Black ink on here. Oops, as I stick my finger in it. And I will come back and do some other stuff on here when it is more of a dried surface. Paint pens, maybe? Oh, I like it. Okay, you're going to go in here. Are you dry yet? Actually, yeah, good enough. Where's my glue? fun. Okay, I didn't expect to be able to do this today, so that's awesome. Cool. Let's use this to push it down. All right. What is that white thing? There we go. Cool. And I've got some little strips of this still I can use on something. Yep, yep, and yep. I like it. It's grungy, but at the same time, it's awesome. It's awesome. Where is the pen? Pen. I'm getting off track here. It's supposed to be about stenciling, isn't it? Supposed to be. Supposed to be. Oh, yes. This is awesome. Ooh. Oops. I've used the stencil, but not quite in this way. The napkin's moving around a little bit underneath of it. A lot of it underneath of it, honestly. Huh. Good to know. Oh, fun. Just winging it and see where I end up. Going out this way like that, okay? Oh my. Loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. Okay. Wow, wonder what you're going to do with yours. I do. That is fun. Look at how that's turned out with the glimmer of the gold. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of adding to the edge here with this too. I'm getting off topic. Off topic with the gold. Oh. Actually, the copper. Okay, so that's that one. Cool. Super dope. And this one, I like this one because it's a solid. And I'm going to do this on this page right here. Go this way. I'm going to, let's use the copper again. Why not? Let's use the copper again. This is going to give a good coverage. I'm going to hold it, as I smush, hold it better this way. So the edges are a little more defined. But it doesn't have to be, I can make it a little less defined too if I want. It's cool. I'm liking this. I'm liking this idea. I hope you guys enjoy this. I mean, it's something different that you can have in your stash. Why not? I kind of messed up her face a little bit. Let's see if she comes up on here. The negative. Yeah, I did. It's awesome. That's so cool. And then I have these little envelopes that I keep all my stencils in. There's individual ones and with a picture on it of what the stencil is. And actually, she looks like she's got hair now. She does. So let's add some features. Add some features. I'm gonna do this. Add some features. I'm gonna do the outline of it first. It's like the wind is taking her hair. She's looking behind herself. We can have fun with the hair. And my pen is being silly. Leave it, leave it, leave it. And then I go in my little thing here. Look at my words. Still here. This is happening still here. And if you haven't picked up this printable, it is a bunch of affirmation words that I have put together in a printable for you that you can pick up on the video of affirmation Free Printable. I think that's the name of it. Still here. So, okay, I'm going to be done. But there you go. That's like 2 of the things that I can show you with these stencils. And I don't know what you're going to do with them, but I think that there'll be a really good addition to your stash of supplies. Pretty easy to finish, easy to cut out, and easy to utilize in your stash. Again, just put them on paper and then take your piece of plastic and then cut out from that. Or you can also use, like I said, the cardstock. You know, you get a really good grip when you're cutting with cardstock. So that's an option as well. All right, you guys, that's it for this video. And I hope you're having a great day and you're finding something intrinsic to do, whatever that is. Yeah, have fun most of all. First and foremost, have fun, right? Okay, that's it for today. I hope you're finding your intrinsic value. Take care, and as always, God bless. Bye-bye.